Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. I am Shami. Welcome to a cast video where I make my latest LP Nature Days main character. Her name is Estrith skau. It's a Scandinavian based name or inspired name. I just went to Google names that's like of Scandinavian origins because I was creating a character that looked really like they might have genes from that part of the world. I like to do this with my Sims where I give them names that kind of hints at where they might have hailed from, like not necessarily where they were born, but maybe like their genetics, because it's fun, or like their lineage, I think. But yeah, she is the product of me itching to start a new gameplay for like weeks now, because I don't know, I've been having a lot more time to play The Sims recently, and I'm already working on 2 ongoing Let's Plays. If you guys are familiar, I do the Bear Legacy and the Gong Legacy already, and I'm actually in the works trying to prepare for like another one. That one would be more of a legacy challenge. I'm keeping it under wraps at the moment, so only a few people know about what I'm actually going to be working on, but because that's still under works, I can't actually start that one yet. So in order to scratch that itch where I want to start something new, because it's been a while, it's been like maybe like a whole year or maybe almost 2 years of me not starting anything new on this channel. So I thought it was time, and I was really like just wanting something different, something new now. And since I have more time to play The Sims now and more time to deal with like editing and stuff and more energy actually because I've been sick for so long, I decided to start. When I was down with COVID no, actually like 2 months ago, I got COVID for the second time in July. That was around the time when Horse Ranch came out, so I had nothing else to do in my room, so I just played a lot of Horse Ranch on my own, and I kind of really enjoyed that nature-y gameplay situation, and I have been really itching to play a series like that again, because now that you know I'm back to creating videos and stuff consistently again, I don't really have time to go back to that household, and I kind of want to start like something new on this channel. So that's why we are now starting something like this. I've never really played with like the cottage living expansion pack much, because when it came out I was still really new to the Sims community, and I only started releasing videos around that time. I remember my first couple of episodes of the Galaxy season 1 started around that time, so I think like I was too preoccupied with doing that to actually enjoy like the EP that just came out, you know what I mean? So I've never really tried to play cottage living the way it was meant to be played, and I think that kind of feeling never really left me. I've always wanted to incorporate cottage living things into my gameplay, but it's not been happening so far. So it's a niche that I can now scratch, and I can now scratch it with like a lot of other packs that we have now, like Horse Ranch especially, cottage living. I'm not sure what else. Am I blanking out on something? These are probably the 2 main packs that has the things that I really want to play with. So long story short, this is really just an LP that I wanted to start so that I can play something that I've been wanting to play for a really long time. Just simple as that. And it's gonna be a very casual LP in the sense that I'm not going to try my very best to make it perfect, because with my other 2 LPs I tend to put a lot of pressure on myself to make them kind of perfect, to make their stories align, that kind of stuff, and as much as it's fun in that way, I kind of just miss playing The Sims the way it's supposed to be played. So I started this one. This one's gonna be very gameplay led. If you watched episode 1 yesterday, you will already know like my plans for it and like the style that I'm going for this series. If you haven't watched it, I'll link it above. I'll just link it down below, and also it will be at the end of this video so you can click onto it easily. But it's literally something that I just posted yesterday, and then I'm following up with the cast video. I think usually people do post the cast video first before you actually start with like episode 1, but I decided to do it the other way around because I really wanted to set the mood, because I didn't really know how to explain the video with like a cast video, because it's such a kind of abstract concept of what I'm trying to do with this series. So I decided that it would probably be a lot easier on me if I just showed you episode 1 first, and if you liked it you can continue with like watching how I made Estrith and stuff. So yeah. And I always like to talk a lot about things that's not related to the actual cast video, but I hope that's okay, because I don't know, it's like you're just watching me create a sim, and she's cute, and maybe I should talk a little bit about her personality and stuff, but I did go into it quite a bit in the video. When I was editing the video, I think I did touch on all of the points that I wanted to touch on for like how this series is supposed to be like and how Estrith is like as a person. So I suppose there's nothing much else I could really delve into. You could watch that to just get yourself acquainted to it, and also like just watch the gameplay and see if you like it or not. But I think to give you a little summary, Estrith has just aged up into a young adult, and she's always loved like animals and horses. I mean, like obviously you can see that her traits are like her aspiration is country caretaker, her traits are animal enthusiast, horse lover, and foodie, and she loves her grandmother very much. Every summer she would go to her grandma's farm, and she's always had a dream when she was growing up to one day move to her grandma's farm and live with her grandma and live that cottagecore lifestyle. She grew up in Windenburg with her family. Her mom was a single mother and then remarried, and now Estrith has like twin half brothers running around the house, and her stepfather she has a pretty good relationship with her stepfather, but I think Estrith has always grown up feeling like well, I guess I never really got into this part in the series, I guess. I was going to expand into it a little more in the next episode, I think, but she's never really felt very a part of the family, even though her parents, like her stepfather and her mother, tried their best to make her feel like a part of it. I think it's just like a personal thing. It's like how like she doesn't have a dad growing up and that kind of stuff. I haven't decided what happened to her dad. Like, I don't know if he passed or he left. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know about that as well. I think I'm going to make this series quite a community-based one. So if you guys have any ideas when you're like watching this, and if you want to contribute your ideas to the story, I would love to take some of your suggestions and consider some of your storylines, and we'll see if we can make a really, really good story out of this, because it's gonna be gameplay led, so whatever the story is, it can develop and grow, and we can fill in the blanks as we go along as well. And yeah, she's just I guess growing up, she's never really been the best student at school. She's never been the best daughter as well. She's just been quite difficult. She has like tattoos all over. Not that it's not, I really love tattoos, okay, I'm not saying that it's bad, but I feel like the amount of tattoos she's got kind of signifies kind of like, you know, she used to have friends that, and I say used to have because something happened to her and her friends that caused her to, that became like the final push to push her towards leaving her life behind in Windenburg and moving to Hanford of Bagley with her grandmother. Because as much as she liked the idea of going to move in with her grandmother and stuff, she did have a life in Windenburg, so it's not as if she could just leave everything and go over. It was never impossible, it's just that it would have been a lot harder for her to like just leave her life behind, but something happened to her and her friends and like her social circle and stuff, so it became a lot easier for her to just like up and leave after she graduated from high school. What did I say that for? I can't remember, but basically she wasn't a troubled teen, but she definitely gave her mom some hardship with like the parenting stuff, and it hasn't been the most easy parenting her or like her growing up and stuff. Like her relationship with her mom is kind of like wonky at best. She loves them, she loves her mom, she loves her half brothers, she loves her stepdad, but she's never felt like she's one of them because she knows she's not one of them, you know what I mean? She has like this little like inner turmoil thing going on, I feel. So despite her moving to the countryside with her grandma and having this like really fluffy outlook on life where she just really wants to live a idyllic simple life, working with animals and farming and growing and like just acting out a living, doing whatever her grandma does and spends time with her grandma, I think underneath there's a lot of like underlying issues and problems and emotional like baggage that she has that she has not resolved yet, and I'm not sure how she's gonna heal. Maybe the countryside will help heal her, but who knows. So this LP is kind of like me trying to enjoy cottagecore style gameplay and then exploring another Sims kind of storyline and I guess character progression. I didn't even talk about her style at all. I should probably say something about it. So you can see that I gave her lots of outfits, and those are all the outfits that she owns when she is like a Windenburg citizen. Her style is very like city girl, very I don't know, is this Y2K? I have no idea, but basically she dresses like a teenager slash young adult, I guess, like a very young adult. And the plan for her outfits is that the longer she stays at her grandma's farm, the more she's going to adopt like a more different sort of fashion. I think that would depend on how she grows as a character as well. So for now, she's going to wear like whatever she has. Although like I imagine being on a farm, she should have to be quite practically dressed. I'm sorry I didn't talk too much about her fashion at the start of the video and you're only listening to it at the end, but I hope this has piqued your interest in this character and this Let's Play, and I really hope you will go and check out the series and become a part of the storytelling community, I guess, because this is going to be quite a fun one to talk about and discuss, I think. So anyways, I'm gonna go now. I think the video is coming to an end. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys! Take care!